Hey all, Binks here, and today we're stopping our opponents in their tracks. Today's Pool 2 deck is built around Sandman, a 4 energy 1 power card with ongoing. Players can only play 1 card a turn, so super debilitating ongoing effect that's mirrored for both you and your opponent. So what our goal is with this deck is to try and get ahead early. So we have some really good early minions to kind of get ahead on multiple lanes. So we have Angela, which can kind of spiral out of control. Scarlet Witch to get rid of any locations that we don't necessarily want. Cloak, which is pretty much there, is a 2 energy 4 power card. So in Pool 2, it's important to get a little bit heavier of power out of your 2-drops. Cloak also has some really cool ways that it can help you out. Make sure to stick around to the last clip of the day where Cloak is an absolute superstar. Mr. Fantastic, which helps us fight for multiple lanes, and then Killmonger. So if your opponent plays some early 1-drops, then we can take out Killmonger. So that's kind of how we build our early game. And our later game is built around Sandman and Jubilee. So Jubilee is a 4 energy 1 power card that can play a card from your deck at this location. So it'll pull out one of the cards in our deck. So we're either going to be playing that or Sandman on turn 4. And sometimes Jubilee can even pull Sandman, so we can get this going. And then with our 5 and 6 drops, we're just aiming to outclass our opponents, so be able to take more advantage of Sandman's effect. To do this, we have Double Dinosaur, just a great power card. You're almost always going to have this at 13 or 11 power based on how many cards are in your hand, and later on, if you get Sandman going, you're obviously not going to be able to spend multiple cards. We have Claw, which can attack 2 different lanes, which is really important. So we drop him on 1 lane, but he's also going to grant 6+ power to the lane next to it. Claw did some really great stuff, especially if you saw the Ben Brode game yesterday. And Gamora, which is just a 5 energy card that can compete with any other card as long as you call out where your opponent is going to play. And if you're expecting your opponent to only play one card, playing this on turn 6, you usually know where you're going to be seeing your opponent go. So Gamora is really great for reaching out and slashing at that opponent. To keep our deck nice and thin, we have America Chavez, works great with Jubilee, helps make sure that we can get our Sandman in early game a little bit earlier. And then we also have the Infinite. So the Infinite can work. Sometimes we just want a Sandman pass Infinite, depending on what we think that our opponent might be able to produce on their side of the board. Sometimes it's just a really great hit that can come off of Jubilee. You know, if you're looking towards the end of the game, you have 2-3 cards in your deck. One of them is the Infinite. You can kind of go for that crazy high roll. But overall, the deck went really well. I think for a Pool 2 deck, your opponent is not going to expect the Sandman. Sandman, it's a very rare card to see. So when it comes out, your opponent might not necessarily know how to play around it. And if you can work out with these tools, I think that you can do really well on the ladder. As always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the like button. It really helps me out. Subscribe. About 80% of you aren't subscribed, so it would really help me. Yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Check out my daily Marvel Snap content. You can catch me live either here on YouTube or at twitch.tv/Binks_plays. Enjoy. We're going to snap because we have Sanctum in the middle. We have both Mr. Fantastic and Claw. Also, part of the reason I did this deck is when you were talking earlier about cards that are over and underrated, you mentioned Claw, and I thought about Claw and Sandman in Pool 2 and how well they kind of work together. That's kind of part of the reason why this came together. So the win this counter should have a counter for 5-head play. Yeah, just a counter. 5-head plays counter. Love to see it. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit weird. I need to find a second lane to win. Because I could probably win Sanctum Sanctorum with the mixture of Mr. Fantastic and Claw that even beats White Tiger. It beats Dr. Doom. It beats a lot of different things. So I have the Jar Jar for follows on Twitch, and then DaBinksy for YouTube. DaBinksy? Yeah, there you go. Don't worry. It'll come eventually. Yeah, dude, I think Claw is like just really solid, man. I think I'll Angela this turn as opposed to Mr. Fantastic. I don't need to show my hand too much yet. I also don't care too much about the raft. I care like a little bit about it, but like not all that much, you know? Plus I could work out a way to like win it with like maybe Claw, Double Dinosaur. There's different ways I can work out winning this game. I want to put a little pressure at least on the right. Plays Rescue. Probably want to Gamora then, right? DaBinksy? The other thing I could think about doing would be like a crazy play of like Sandman right. Sandman right would get, no, it only puts me at 8, right? That's just like not enough. I think more left, just knowing that they're gonna play is so good. Yeah, see now we know that the claw wins left. We obviously lose to certain things, but the claw's gonna win us left. This gets messed up by like Blue Marvel, but I doubt they have something like that. But what I'm guessing that they're gonna do with Lockjaw is they're setting up for a White Tiger play, because they filled it up and they think a White Tiger is gonna be enough. But little do they know, we have the Spooky Claw. The Spooky Claw. So my read on my opponent right now is going to be White Tiger right, and yeah, they're even snapping. I think they're very sure that they're going to win with White Tiger right. They're going to be very shocked. I do lose to some big thing coming out right, and like a Blue Marvel. Or like an Ironheart can mess me up. No Ironheart, no Ironheart. Ah, nice. That's big brain play 1 for the day, I suppose. Yeah, so we even talked about that right at the beginning, right? Is that the mixture of White Tiger and Claw is going to beat the Tiger Spirit, and they were so confident that that they threw extra cubes into it. So we take those. I think we're going to aim to give left. We go Cloak middle. We're going to hope to get a 3-drop. Oh my gosh. Opponent's going to think we're a move deck. Oh my gosh, look at all these move locations.
Dubbing C.
I'm scared if opponent snaps here because they're probably a move deck and I'm not, and they have New York, which gives them extra moves, which is kind of scary. Who would win 4 Gigantos or 1 Shang-Chi? It just depends on who has priority, I suppose. I only get to play one card a turn though, which is generally in our favor. We'll see how we can use that, but we're definitely giving the left location. Maybe I shouldn't have moved the cloak then. We're gonna need some extra power there.
Dubbing C.
Bond and Utilia, thanks for the sub over on YouTube. Welcome in. We can pull them off with New York though. And scoot the Sandman over. Give card suggestions to complete a Guardians of the Galaxy deck since there are 5 or 6 in pool 2. I don't know what you mean by to complete a Guardians of the Galaxy deck. You mean like for pool 2? If you go on my YouTube, which you're already at, but if you check through my YouTube, I have a Guardians of the Galaxy deck that I put out somewhat recently. You can check out. Opponent doesn't really have any cards that benefit from this move right now, though. Problem is that I could see them. I could very much see them moving the Kraven. It's gonna be hard for us to beat. Where are they gonna play their cards, though? I don't really want to move.
Dubbing C.
I kind of want a vibe. I guess +2 on Kraven is the worst thing in the world. Ooh, take away from turn 7. The problem is I don't know if I win if I do that. If I get rid of turn 7, I don't think I'll win. I think I'll win middle. I think they're going to win right. I think they're going to shove everything right and then leave something on Nidvalier, so I don't think we'll win. Let me do this, though. Let's see what we can do. Ugh. A lot of power, man. But not enough? Maybe enough? Chavez gives plus 11 but minus 2, so it only ties. They're gonna win the tiebreaker if we do that. We can't play multiple cards. Sandman's down. Oh, thanks. Take your time. Appreciate it. Dang, chat. I might have to retreat. Another situation where Onslaught would be so good. I think I'm going to add Onslaught into this deck. The Chavez gives plus 2 and minus 2, and it only ties middle. It's not going to be enough. Opponent can just play left and win tiebreaker. Jubilee into Infinite? I mean, I guess. Wait, 50-50. Wait, is that not crazy? It's a 50-50, right? Who said that? Who said that, dude? Crab Lake Gargoyle? Y'all are legends. That's so true, dude. I forget about that, dude. It's literally 50-50. There's 2 cards in deck. There's a 50-50 for working. That was so smart. No, dude, I'm saying it just the exact same way Thor says it. Mjolnir, to me. That's what he says, dude. Said Thor instead. True. Jubilee. Good hit one time. Dinosaur was a good hit. What if they get a dinosaur too? Modi, thanks for the follow. Unbelievably rude, dude. 2 games in a row. I could do one of 2 things. I could go after Kiln with Scarlet Witch, or I could Mindscape Scarlet Witch. I don't know how much I care about the Mindscape. I guess I do. I have a lot of really good cards I can give my opponent, so I'll just get rid of the Mindscape. Oh, is this a rematch? I didn't even notice. I'm really bad with stuff like that. Did Mario... How does this work? Does this actually work now? I'm not sure. Do I even want to Killmonger? I think I can just Killmonger. It doesn't seem like my opponent is playing any 1-drops. Opponent's playing like a big Jubilee Clone Slot kind of style deck. I think we could just play the Killmonger out and try and win it with the Jubilee. We know that opponent has Claw though. We can just Jubilee into there. And we have the Claw. Very nice. We can just Jubilee right. Try and win out here. Chavez almost certainly going to be enough. Opponent Jubilee's middle. It's Sunspot. I wish I had this Killmonger. 2 ways I could go about this, chat. Opponent's almost certainly going to play middle, right? And they probably also have a Claw. However, we don't really need to win here. I don't really need to win right. I think we just Gamora. Snap Gamora? They can't win right, pretty much. They have no way of getting all the way over there. They're gonna pass? They could pass. That's fine. Does pass Infinite beat Gamora and the Devil Dinosaur? It does not. I could also pass. I could also just pass Infinite. I think Gamora Devil Dinosaur gives me more power and more options. Chunk. So there's two ways I can go about this, chat. I can either just Devil Dinosaur, just try and win with pure stats, but we know opponent has a Shang-Chi, right? So then we can Claw, and Claw we would win the tiebreaker. Because Claw, if they Shang-Chi, if they just Shang-Chi, then we tie left. They get +2 here, so they would win by 1 here. We'd tie left and win by 8 right. So this still beats Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi and a card, though, is spooky. If this is 1 power, we might lose. If this is 1 power, we might, or 1 energy, we might lose. No, we beat Scorpion because they don't get the extra points. Let's go. Oh, that was a... If opponent had a claw in his hand and they're like, dude, there's no shot opponent's playing a claw. Why would they ever run a claw? Just psychopaths. Let's go. 2 egos today? Yeah, you love to see it. Okay, opponent got a very early Mr. Negative, but we got a claw. I would probably take what my opponent got as better. We'll see. Also, like Jubilee middle. Say Sudoku because you like saying the wrong word. Checks out. Checks out. Yeah, I can't believe that he almost didn't snap on Ego. That made me sad. Scar Witch has been killing you for your opponents? I don't know. I got a claw, dude. This costs more than this. Look how much more power I have than them. Also, we have Sandman, and Sandman makes their Mr. Negative suck. Opponent can only play 2 more cards. It doesn't matter if they got a Mr. Negative early. When they can only play 2 more cards, it makes it not that good. I would much prefer my position to my opponent's position. Look, and they wasted one of their cards on this card, which is not that good. I think we just play out Chavez. Probably slam Chavez down on the right, and then we could see where they need to beat us middle, and then just Gamora it. So if this is the 5 power, there's not many cards that this would beat me with. So this could be, so there's a potential, chat, that this is the 5 power Iron Man, and then what they're going to do is, I have 2 cards in my deck, by the way, which are Devil Dinosaur and Infinite. Right, so I can 50-50 Infinite or Devil Dinosaur. Either way, it's probably my best play. Devil Dinosaur gets... How does opponent win? Opponent wins. They could be trying to do like the flipped Iron Man. I don't think they win right with only 1 card. I think that if they try to do flipped Iron Man things, I can just win here. Could be Panther Zola. If it's Panther Zola, this beats Panther Zola. Even if it's flipped, it'd be 20 power. White Tiger. I think it could be flipped Iron Man and Zola, but this beats it. Oh, this actually, it's only 19. This doesn't beat Zola and Flip Panther. Oh, but it's the non-Flip Panther. As long as it's the non-Flip Panther, we were good. If it was a Flip Panther, we were in trouble. But because it's a non-Flip Panther, we were on top. That was a good game. So yeah, so even though Sakar pulled that out, that's why Mr. Negative Or that's why Sandman can be so debilitating for our opponents. It just ruins their game plan. One snaps immediately on Limbo. I have my Sandman, I have my Infinite, I have my Claw. I think we're fine with that. Bar with no name. I might have to save this Killmonger in case they have Hood. I think I have to save it in case they have Hood. Electro. Sandman doesn't do anything. Sandman purely hurts me. Play Killmonger now. Play Killmonger. We can pause. We can Infinite. Alrighty then. Do you see it, chat? Chat, do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it, chat? I just need to know if you see it. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. They can only play one card. I think we just play Double Dinosaur right. It gets us plus 13 power. Wait, we're not even ahead of him yet. Oh, wait, we're well ahead. What a beautiful time to be alive. What a beautiful time to be alive, chat. What an absolutely gorgeous time to be alive. I tell you what. Oh, man. That one feels... If anyone asks again why Cloak is in the deck, you tell them. You tell them, man. God, that was sexy. Make sure to subscribe. Watch that one too.